I hope this audio comes in good. Um, this is gonna be my channel. Uh, so first off, uh, you know, my head's cut off here, not for personal security or anything. I mean, I don't really care. Like, my face is on my Instagram, but as of right now, it just helps me be more comfortable. Um, I mean, as some of you guys know, you can call me, text me anytime. I've even FaceTime with some of you guys. Um, I'm a nobody, but the whole like YouTube thing, like, that's kind of odd to me, but I do like the short Instagram stuff. So, um, first of all, this channel is going to be on outdoor skills and firearm skills. Uh, it's it's along the prepping line, as many of you, the people that I'm trying to share this with, know. Uh, but it isn't the sort of channel where we're going to be talking about politics per se. We're not going to be talking about this is for X, Y, and Z. I mean, I might say, okay, well, we got a gun belt because when I'm doing this, I'd like to be set up this way. That's it. Like, this channel is, entertainment. It is the technology and the concepts of gear like this. You know, gotta be that guy, I guess, to say, but in no way do I endorse people causing harm to other people. This is all just flat range LARPer stuff. It's just nylon. It's just gear. We could talk about the application of why you might, or people in history who might have, such as, military personnel, law enforcement, that kind of thing. But it's just fun. So this is kind of gonna be my primer. I'm gonna make this video here for you guys, whoever sees my channel, to just kind of pick some things that I bring out and say, hey, tell me more about this, tell me more about that. I need help with this. I love helping people. So on my Instagram, you guys can reach out to me. On my Signal, you can reach out to me. I will 100% always answer. I am nobody. So first of all, I don't have like the giant follower counts that will take a long time to get to. I will get to everybody in a matter of minutes most of the time. So with that being out of the way, as far as learning, educating, and helping other people, we're gonna get into it. So I guess we'll start off at the belt line, but not in the belt kit sort of way. Gun belts, man, they're cool. All my stuff is a work in progress. Stuff is always changing. So one thing that I started doing now and practicing with is, if you'll notice, the belt buckle here, I ride my holster up pretty close to the belt buckle, and then when it is on me, so when it's on me, right, you can tell that my belt buckle would be canted off to the side, and then my holster would be at my 3 o'clock right here, on my right side of my hip. And then I'm going to work up to getting a mag horizontally here, and then I had one on a mid-ride back here. The reason I'm going with this idea is for integrating it with packs, like legit rucksacks. Although I am a big Nixie Works guy, so shout out to him. And with Spiritus's recent kind of developments, I cheated the system, and I'll be talking about that later, but I am using a SNR rig to complete that goal of Spiritus's kind of new idea, and I will show you how I cheated the system and saved $180. But yeah, so back to this. Oh, and by the way, all my videos are going to be really fucking long-winded. Probably have a little bit of profanity in it, like you just heard. I'll watch my mouth to a degree, but we're all adults. If I curse, I curse. I think if we can talk about self-defense and dealing with dangerous scenarios and prepping for disasters, we can handle some curse words. But yeah, I'm a very long-winded person. Deal with it, skip around. You know, you can slide that bar until you see a certain piece of gear, a certain bubble maybe when I get learning how to do this, but as of right now, these videos are going to be super, super long-winded. So I am working up to, right now I have 2 mags. I got a buddy that's going to 3D print me some +5s. I'm going to be running 20 round mags, even in my concealed carry gun. I'm going to see how that works. And I'm going to be running 4 mags. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, we can all count. And then this guy's back here, dropped down mid. So when I have a pack on, if you guys can still see that. So actually, I'll just do this. I'll throw it on loosey-goosey. So, you know, you get the idea. So I have a pack on, what's nice, I do a little squat here, you can see my ass. When I got my pack on, I can still wear my sternum straps because they're not supposed to be riding on your waist. Your hip pads are supposed to ride on your actual hip bones. That's right above the belt line. Right above the belt line. So, yeah, it's still nice. Still access the mag. Yeah, the whole jam. I like it comes with the leg strap. That's nice. Tucks it in, keeps it tight. Same thing with my holster. It's the T-Rex Arms leg strap. Yeah. That's my gun belt. And then first aid. If you're wondering why it's empty, a lot of my shit gets swapped back and forth. If you have questions about that, just ask. Basically, the deal is, oh, well, if you don't have medical on your gun belt, where's your medical? Well, you'll see that, but like if I'm in one set of gear, the medical's already in there. There is no like, oh, let me go through my fucking closet of H harness gear, flick, taps, da 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 da. Like, I have a main rig, and when I need to try something else out, then I swap mags over, I swap medical over, swap water over, etc., etc., etc. Because even though I have a modern gun belt and other modern gear you're gonna see, I am still a broke bitch. I don't have a lot of money. I'm broke. As some of you guys may know when you guys see this, I recently sold a lot of belt kit and other gear to afford some of the stuff here. So even though I do have some more up-to-date stuff, you know, it's been earned. You know, it's just a long time coming, and I'm very happy with it. I could feel that it makes a difference. You know, shave off a pound here and there just in nylon, because the materials are different. And so when you stack pouch on top of pouch on top of pouch, or a pouch here, well, the old stuff might weigh 3 ounces here, 3 ounces there, 3 ounces more there than the modern equivalent. And sooner than you know it, like, you fucking added 3 pounds. So yeah. So again, long-winded guys. I'm an ADHD, autism having motherfucker. So yeah, that's just what I'm rocking right now. Keeping it on the waistline, I have my Nixie Works LFR. I have a cheapo sleeping mat. I'm in the progress of upgrading. Like I said, always upgrading. This guy has been my mainstay. I'm a big belt kit guy. I really, really enjoy being able to carry a load on my hips. I'm a very short guy. I'm a 5'6", so short king. So it carries a load very nicely. As a short guy, when I start using like mountain rucks and stuff like that, it's like it works, but it's as tall as I am, right? Like there are some mountain rucks like Ilby, and I think the pack is like almost like 3.5 feet tall. Like it's up to my hips. So that's brutal. That's brutal, man. When I'm moving around, like yeah, I can get that sucker stuck to my back. When I'm moving around with a gun and I'm crawling around doing the cool shit, like it's rough. So belt kit has been my mainstay. You know, another reason why is I started out bushcrafting, man, using old Alice, right? That'll be another talking point, and I would just love for you guys to skim through all this, just kind of hear me ramble, and then pick some stuff out to, you know, maybe for me to do next. So anyways, start out with Alice, big bushcraft guy, right? You know, chopping trees, Paul Bunyan type shit. Take a lot of my inspirations for gear and how I run stuff also from history. I tend to think that kind of says something, right? So you can learn a lot from it. Anyways, yeah, it distributes the weight great. I can run 2 canteens on here, just like Alice, run my mag pouches, and still have open spots here. I am thinking of putting some side saddle type bags on here, similar to some pouches that you'll see coming up. It's great. What I do is I run 6 mags on here currently. Used to run up to 12, but cutting weight, right? I'm trying to be weight conscious. So what I'm doing now recently is 6 mags on kit. Good enough. Cool, right? Sleeping pad. I got my puffy top, whether that's your Nixie Works trick, where you shove the M65 liner in, right? Works great. Gets real small, real lightweight, weighs like less than a pound, maybe approaching a pound with a dry bag. So that's nice. Then I got, you know, maybe I'll run an actual sleep system. What a lot of guys are harping on right now is to ditch that sleep system. Okay, is, you know, if I'm going into that cold of an environment, I should be wearing as much layers as I can in without sweating or getting too extraneous, and then causing myself to heat cat or become a cold weather casualty. So there's either side to the spectrum there. What else, man? I'll get into the ammo, how I'm doing the ammo. So running this, right, it's on my back, right, higher up, more than your traditional Alice, okay, doing all the cool things, feels great. And then I run a bandolier, okay, got this bandolier for $1. It was ACU, I sprayed it, it's still like kind of grayish, whatever, but I run this nice and tight, right? And I'll run that up high, okay? I could even sling it over my chest here, and you'll see Venture Surplus, another good name to check out. They'll run a bungee, or some guys will run an actual buckle, and they'll run that across the chest. Boom, chest rig, right? You know, poke some holes in the side here, run 2 bungees. Okay, dude, there's your smoke, there's your TQ. Stick all your actual medical, your EDC medical in your back pocket. Go, right? Whatever. But I will do this for plussing up on ammo, and that'll give me a total of 12 mags. But then again, when you're running an LFR, like weight conscious, right? You want to be really conscious of that and trying to be as mobile as possible. You can bring this up in the weights of like 35 pounds. I spoke to Nixie a bit. I don't think he ever went that heavy. When I went that heavy, I actually used a LBV 88 harness, and that was really cool, really nice, but you lose the adjustment, and that's where this shines, honestly. Like, you lose that adjustment, and getting it to ride right, you're running 6 mags in your chest, 2 grenade pockets, maybe you got, you know, since you're weaving that through the reading the LBV88 little clips through the Molly, it takes up a lot of spots here, but like you can still run, right? So 6 bags on the chest, 3 here, 3 on the other side, smoke pouch, another smoke pouch, and then your medical, and then a fucking knife, and like it's a beast. But as a short dude, I needed the adjustability for it to ride right. But yeah, I've taken on many trips. I am thinking of making a snow little pack cover for that little guy, since winter's approaching. But yeah, I'll move on to the next thing. Again, like, I want you guys to look through this real quick, skim through it, right? Like I said, when you scroll, you should be able to see images of what I'm pulling out, and then just kind of just leave a comment. Yo, dickhead, tell me more about this. Yo, you completely skipped this. This is long format, long format. All right, now is chest rig stuff. So what do we got here? We got a SNR rig from Teardown Systems, and I'm running these big chonky guys. These are actually for a Mitch headset. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys. Let's see. Let's see. You guys can see that. It's actually for a Mitch headset. These pouches are fucking great. I'm probably gonna get 2 more of them to go onto my LFR. I know there's a dude right now running the LFR off the rear end of his SNR. And since I'm here, I'll talk about the kind of special boy little thing. And again, most of this stuff's on my Instagram. So what I did to make this a special dude is I took some spare buckles, attached them to my rear where your rear strap would usually go, and then you guys can see, you're gonna see my ass again. You can see, boom, I have a sustainment pouch on my rear. All right, got a dangler here, a dangler here. I got 2 pouches here, one for smokes. This guy here can hold water up to a 2-quart USGI bladder, which is pretty dope. And it's just mad. It's a great GP pouch, great alternative to a Spiritus large, I believe. This ran me $20. Spiritus runs 70. Mirror on the other side, besides this guy here, 2 frags for organizing the small things, right? Maybe the garments that I had on don't allow me to put a compass in my chest pocket. Usually my sensitive stuff I keep on body. Maybe, you know, I'm running a different kind of smoke where it won't fit in the double mag pouch, fit better in the frag. And then this is opened up down here, so I'm going to put a dump pouch. And that's just going to stay rolled up and fit in that space real nice. And then this is my medical. Left side for life. If anyone asks, well, how can you reach it with your right hand? Buckle's in the center. I can reach it. At the end of the day, if I need to reach it with my right hand, I can still reach it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I know a lot of people harp on that pretty harsh. Like, well, brother, it's not center line. I mean, it is what it is. I can reach it. If I can't perfectly, like, I'm shot. I'm going to, it might hurt, but if it's, you know, here instead of here, and I got shot in the right arm, like, I can still reach it. But I'm legitimately rambling now. So let's see. That was pretty short and brief, but It's really nice because it has the internal mag pouches. I can hold the 4 friggin' mags on each side, man. 8 mags total, which is really nice. And I run 7. And then in my left rear, I'll run my radio. Me and my buddies are just starting to play around with radios. We're at 20 minutes, so whatever, man. Put me on as background noise, like just whatever. And then the internal slots here, or internal GP is nice because I keep a bug net, I keep spare batteries, I keep a signal panel, I keep my notebook for teaching my buddies things when I blank. And then in the rear, I just treat it like a butt pack. Again, big advocate for butt packs. Excuse me. I can't say enough. I like being able to have an extra, an extra layer, an extra meal on me. And it's just a good feeling. Like, I'll take an extra pound on my back to know that I can put calories into my body or have a special item on me that I may need than have to run a assault pack. Now, going into it, it does not mean I will not run an assault pack. All this gear that you've seen here is compatible with assault packs. I also have a large ruck. I used to ruck that thing all the time, like all the time. But I have since realized that I prefer to be more agile and on the move if I need to be, because I myself and my friends, we're not like a professional military, right? If, of the talk of gear and using gear and who might need this gear, that sort of thing arises, well, I'm just trying to make sure my loved ones are protected. So that means I need to move with speed and violence of action and get to those people quickly. A vehicle's quick, but I can't always say I'm using a vehicle. People say they have problems with belt kit in vehicles. Unclip it, you lift up, you move it around, and you sit it on your lap. You can still access your mags when you're sitting it on your lap, okay? Especially British belt kit. Those dudes did it all the time. They were in and out, in and out, in and out. Besides, even if those guys did it with belt kit, you could do it once or twice in a day. I mean, they were in and out dozens of times. So yeah, it's just not that big of a concern for me. I've addressed those problems before. Again, guys, I just want to clarify again, I'm not a YouTube guru. I'm going to try and cut this off at a half an hour because I understand that you guys need an ADD break. Half an hour is a long time. So I'm going to buzz through my assault packs now. Alright, so this is, speaking of the Brits, this is a British 35-liter assault pack. It's got 2 bottle pockets on the side. You use it for whatever. Then a nice claymore lid here. And then you got your snow guard, and then just like a bucket style. And I have some nylon straps on here from when I had a sleeping pad on the bottom. Why do I like this? Well, with belt kit, or any other LBE, it's nice and flat on the bottom. It's what's considered a short-framed ruck, or I guess you would call this a shorter-framed assault pack, as opposed to what I'll show you next. This is a 2-day, right? I've noticed that, like, a 1-day is awesome, right? Super slick, fucking, right? Cool. But when in tandem with a butt pack, if you do need a little bit more, you do need a little bit more, right? So whether it's you're on a budget and your sleep system isn't a super tiny, like $400 ultralight system that you can fit into the LFR or a GP, a sustainment pouch, right? Like I get that. Again, financials. So that's where running a short framed ruck comes into play with your LBE kit. Plus, it just literally sustains you longer, right? Food, water, shelter, etc., etc. Ammo, right? Hygiene. You know, depends on which adage of belt kit guy you are. You know, if you look back at Vietnam, you know, you could say they used it as an assault pack in terms, but in reality, there may be a few guys who kept ammo in their butt pack, but they needed all the ammo accessible. Whereas you look now today, you'll see guys stick a bandolier in their actual assault pack, not running a belt kit, and then they got to tear into that. Okay, not a bad idea. Like all these every system does work. Okay, like let's not pretend they don't. Every system does work. It's just what works for you. I'm not gonna fucking say Met TC because I'll probably jump off the roof if I have to use that as my actual answer. But so yeah, just running extra food, larger shelter items. Let's say the weather's real bad, real nasty. Well, guess what? I'll stick a tent in there. I'll stick my actual tent. I believe the Light Fighter tent may fit in one of these bottle pockets, which is cool. So I have to check that out. But, right, boom, shelter system, okay? And now you have a quick pop-up kind of deal for inclement weather where it's pissing rain, absolutely pissing rain, and you can afford to set up a shelter, or it's sub-zero temperatures and you need to set up a shelter for maybe not even yourself, right? Maybe for like an injured person, okay? But I'm not one for shelters typically, like actual shelters. I am a big tarp shelter dude, again, keeping it lightweight, that sort of deal. But yeah, man, I mean, that's the British style short assault pack. It's short, a little bit wide, perfect for my height and style. Now, what I'll go into next, yeah, we got like 3 minutes left, is my 3-day assault pack. I have found that pretty much this just replaces my medium Alice. I miss her. I miss my medium Alice. She was awesome. Woodland pattern. I was a big woodland goon. Still am. I like my solid colors. I like my woodland. You know, it's colors, and it's not just a blob of green which turns black at a distance. But it's still nice. It's just a pattern. Anyways, I found this is really nice. It opens up huge. It runs very well with body armor. Excuse me, I'm trying to look at the camera and find myself at the same time. It opens up hugely. I found that this again replaces my medium Alice. One thing that is progressing is in this water bladder sleeve, I'm going to get a stiffener to stiffen up the back. Because you can load this so big, it's fucking huge. This is the first pocket. Over at the second one, like, this will replace a medium Alice. And if it doesn't for you, it could be a packing issue. It could be maybe some certain items. Straps are generously padded. So why would I run this and not, like, why would I run this with belt kit? Well, with belt kit, you know, that's a part of my sustainment. Again, keeping it light. I am kind of like, I am regurgitating myself here, right? But really, what it comes down to, and this is one thing I never understood with guys, right? Guys would be, oh yeah, I'm gonna use my large ruck, and then that means I'm gonna have my tripod. Well, you're going to a larger ruck because you're trying to fit your sleep system because it's fucking negative 40 degrees out, and you're like, oh, but now you're gonna stick a tripod in it. But you didn't need a tripod before, okay? Or, oh, well, I'm gonna pack my nice sleep system, and that'll get me through the night. But now I'm also gonna pack a extra, you know, an extra heavy thermal. I'm gonna pack a spare beanie. I'm gonna pack a balaclava on top of my beanie. I'm gonna throw an extra 3 more pairs of socks in there. You don't need to load out your ruck. If your purpose is to build up because I need to fit this item, that's all you're doing. You are getting bigger to fit a specific item that your belt kit isn't tailoring to, okay? Then that's it. You don't need, if your reason was for one thing, you keep it at one thing. Brent 0331, I wasn't an infantryman, I'm a normal dude, never served, whatever. I don't know the fucking number, I'm sorry. 0331 or 0311, one of those. You'll find him. Great videos on packing list. You'll hear him say the same thing, right? Do gear checks for your buddies. It's really important. Especially when they come from a bushcraft background. That's one habit I had to break. So yeah, like just gear check your buddies, understand what you're packing. What else, man? I have my large ruck and my EDC bag to go yet. We're over to 30. I'm gonna try and keep us at 35. But yeah, this integrates nicely. Integrates over body armor good. The straps are actually meant to do that. What else, man? I'll just break out the large ruck. So, large ruck, large atlas. I'm actually in the progress of possibly selling this. Who knows? If you need one, find me on Instagram or put your Instagram name and I will find you and I will sell this to you. It does suck to leave it go because there is something, even though I'm a huge belt kit guy, there is something about just like ruck, my big ruck, like it's cool. I don't know. When I run this ruck, it will be with a chest rig. If I'm running belt kit, it would have to be British belt kit. It's flat on the top. You're not really strapping anything on top besides maybe a poncho. And I'm saying a lot. Again, long-winded. When I'm running a ruck, it's with a chest rig, sure, like everybody else in the world. But again, right, this stuff was used in Vietnam. They just let their rucks ride on the shelf of their smaller butt packs, right? And those smaller butt packs are still viable. Excuse me. There are multiple people who still run it. It's still great. There's no reason not to. There are reasons that you can create that would not make it work, but there's no reason not to do it. There's no reason not to run the chest rig you like. You can create possibilities where it's like, oh, it won't work here, or it won't work here. Well, that's because gear is tailored for an objective. Back to the ruck, because I'm horrible at this. You know, if I'm running a super large sleep system, like the 4-piece USGI, like the classic one, black bag, green bag, throw in a liner in it, and that'll help you with like 5 to 7 degrees. That's one thing I encourage everybody to do, is throw a liner in there too, any sleeping bag liner. And then plus it just helps it not get dirty and grungy, and that helps take care of your overall health. But why do I want to ruck? So there's that, right? I mean, that's mainly the main thing I find is the issue, right? Is your big sleep systems. I'm coming out with a way to solve that by chopping a molly frame and then just strapping the sleep system carrier directly to the frame, and then kind of just wearing it like a pack basket almost, and then having my light fighter underneath. Because let's face it, I don't have the money to be indulging for all that stuff. So that's pretty much it, man. I mean, why would I need this? Well, how much food do I need? How much water do I need? I know the answers are vague, but realistically, it's pretty common. After you have your fighting gear, what do you want more of? Well, you can't really have more shelter, so you need more food, more water. And even at water, well, how much water are you going to carry, right? So that comes down to food. That means you're carrying more food, more calories. Yeah, I mean, I see so many guys when they move to a large ruck, like I said earlier, and they are, oh, well, let me throw in my extra beanie. Let me throw in extra batteries now, right? Well, not extra as in like a spare. I'm talking like, oh, for guys in the military, and we see it all the time, is, oh, you have a large ruck on now and not your patrolling pack? Okay, here, take an extra battery for your fucking, what do you call it? Your perk? The big military radio? Here's an extra battery that weighs a half a pound to a pound each. Here's 7 of them because you're on the lower totem pole than me. Well, now you're loading guys down unnecessarily when the only reason you're swapping out is because of the weather, but now all of a sudden you need extra gear. When in reality you're changing it because you need layers to survive and food to survive. And let that be a mini rant for anyone else who struggles with that. You know, I struggle with that too, man. It's just something you gotta balance. It's great to have those things, but it doesn't always work out quite how you want it. I'd love to have unlimited batteries, but it doesn't work like that. What else, man? I mean, I feel like I really kind of talked about my gear, but didn't really hit anything of sustenance. So that's where I'm hoping you guys come in and say, hey, dude, show me this. Talk about this specifically. I'm kind of hoping for you guys to give me an outline of what you want. I'm not the kind to, like, I'm sarcastic maybe, or trying to be funny, but it's more of out of a trying to do things smoothly kind of thing. So if you guys can give me a topic, I can help teach you the best I can. I want this channel to be more of like a sharing ideas, sharing the knowledge that I have, and really just kind of being like a big brother to the guys that are just getting into it, and they're like, well, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Like, I have a bunch of shit, but I've been doing this since I was like 16, right? So take it as you will. Check in, leave a like, and do the whole shebang. If it's for you, it's for you. If you like my stuff, you like my stuff. I'm not trying to be a celebrity out of this. We'll just kind of see where this goes in my ramblings. Maybe I'll bring this outside next time and kind of talk, like, do like a little like photo shoot, walk through the woods deal. Maybe I'll do like a kind of camp where I'm just setting up, enjoying myself, but in a more discreet manner. Not just like camping, but setting up a hide site sort of thing. And since I am by myself or with buddies, but these videos will be by myself for their privacy. You know, I can't be G.I. Joe 24/7. I have to enjoy what I'm doing, and you should too. So if you're practicing doing a hide site and you want to take a break, have that cup of hot cocoa or coffee or whatever. I mean, I can't say I'm going to show you something 100% accurate every single time because I'm just a dude. But with that being said, probably going to end it here and just, like I said, skim through and just come hang out and bullshit with me. I hope to do this live one day if YouTube lets me. So we'll just see where it goes. Again, Woods Runner on Instagram. Roast me. I don't know. If you roast me, it'll just get me more attention. So I win no matter what. Alex, you're probably gonna roast me, so that's cool. I got nothing else to say. I'm just rambling on still. This will be easier when I go live and I can just like chit chat with people. But have a good night. Have a good day. Stay safe. And keep training, you know. Get out in the woods, breathe some fresh air, that sort of thing. This has been a very awkward time. So thank you.